back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. Let's get right into it.
What happened with Doug Christie?
Oh my gosh. This has got to be, this is your specialty.
What do you mean?
This whole Doug
You
Christie.
know what happened? What happened?
So this is what I heard. I ain't did a lot of reading. So apparently the chick that he's been with that came up with the whole Basketball Wives show concept, Jackie had cheated on him with Chris Webber and had a baby.
Raggedy bitch.
That is now in her 20s. And she basically lied and had Doug Christie thinking that this young lady was his daughter, when in all actuality, it was Chris Webber's baby.
Damn! So that's real news. Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's what I heard. That's the, I don't know all the details, but that's what I heard. I can't corroborate it,
Is this the woman who wouldn't let him go nowhere without her? Do you know what I'm talking about?
From the show?
Well, I'm talking about, I remember this player, Doug Christie, had a wife that would not allow him to go nowhere without her.
Wow, yeah, this is her.
Can somebody do you like that? Can somebody tell you, you can't go nowhere without me?
Nope.
Can that happen?
That did happen, yeah, all the time.
Yeah, but now okay, because now it's not.
He sued.
Last I heard, I didn't know that it was confirmed or not, because I know that he sued.
Went to court.
To find that out. He filed a lawsuit against multiple parties, Webber and Chris.
He won $4 million, and she's paying half, and Chris Webber is paying half. But the whole dramatic part about it is Chris Webber would be over there all the time. They said, and the daughter said that he would be over there, like every time he seen her, he would be emotional and crying. You know,
who?
Chris Webber, because I guess he.
Well, we see Chris Webber cry a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, this made Chris look kind of weird, man. You know what I mean? Honestly,
So
he would be over where?
Saying anything. He'd be visiting them,
going to their house.
A teammate is
acting like he's visiting with Doug, but he just over there to see his daughter. They don't know that's her father.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
And the daughter came out and said he would be crying. She basically disowned her mother and Chris Webber. Like, y'all foul. So she sided with Doug. Like, this is the only father I ever known. You guys are foul.
Let me ask you a question, Craig.
Yeah.
If I came to your house and sat down more than twice in a week, would that be weird?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, what you?
Yeah, because
I love you, Corey, but what you doing at my house?
Who that? Who in my house?
Right.
I mean, that's why, yeah, man.
What is a man? Okay, I know a couple of guys that I allow at my house, but I don't have a wife anymore at my house.
Right.
It's a different atmosphere. Right. But if you have a woman at home with you that you love, why is another man over there with y'all more than
once a year?
I was just going to say more than twice a month.
I mean, even if they're buddies, because they were teammates. So let's say it was during the times that they were playing.
It's only one Christmas. So unless it's a Christmas twice a month, what the fuck are you doing here? We could do all the shit somewhere else, but man.
So he faked being even closer to him only to do that, to see his kid.
My neighbor cussed me out.
That's crazy.
You know why my neighbor cussed me out? He lived on the other side of the porch. Because he always invite me over and I'd never come. Right. He was a Caucasian man also.
Oh, yeah.
And I know what happens with me. I'm not even saying nobody else. I know what happens with me. Your bitch gonna want to give me some pussy. When I'm around people and the women get to know me, they want to give me some pussy.
Hey, she must be getting him some pussy or something.
Mr. Turner.
This is what I know. But ever since I've been 30 and up. Ever since I've been 30 and up, if your bitch around me, I'm worried about her doing one of these laughs. I know what that laugh is. You can't have real niggas around your family unless them motherfuckers got some real ties with you that's like, you willing to stand in front of the world and say, this is my man, I guarantee you, my man ain't gonna cross me. Because your wife's, your daughter's pussy is something that most men want to acquire.
You're goddamn right.
If they can. If you don't know that. So who you got at your house is hey, meet me at the Starbucks or something. What the fuck you coming over here for?
Shit.
My family is here.
Somebody is saying.
Do that
too,
make you insecure?
No.
Okay, if you think so, you be the fool and let the streets sit around you and your family all day. You'll find out.
Somebody was saying.
Somebody said, "What about game night?" I don't play no motherfucking games. That's what you mean. Game
Will you
night.
tell them, Craig?
You guys are.
It's a game a nigga playing that's trying to be at your house more than you want them to be.
We can play game night at your house.
Wait, somebody brought up the.
That ain't real nigga shit. Game night at the house.
Game
The
night,
fuck outta here.
out of towners do when they move to LA and they ain't got no LA friends. They,
Wait, somebody brought up the visuals that look at the kids, but then in some pictures, yes, you can tell that the older daughter when they were all little is way darker than both parents. And then in
First
some
of all,
of
if
the
you got a woman trying to tell you that you can't go nowhere without her, that bitch is absolutely crazy.
That crazy bitch out there again.
yeah,
You telling me what the fuck I can't do without you? Nah, I don't want you to go, bitch.
in some other ones she looks lighter, but anyway, yeah, she is darker than all the people in the family.
They got a picture of her?
There's several online.
Man,
I mean, you
this
could see.
is-
You just look up Doug Christie's children, and you could see all the kids.
And you know, I don't know if Doug Christie still lives around here, but I seen Doug Christie out.
Like that's an old one of them when they were younger.
He didn't know. Is that the little dark girl?
Yeah, that's the first.
That little girl gonna call a timeout when they somewhere, and they ain't got none left.
But when she got older, she's lighter.
How did she get that by you, Doug? You're one of the best defenders in the history of the league. How did she get a little? I mean, I'm looking at this picture.
But that's a little girl.
That
What
was
is
when
that?
she
Is that
was
an older picture, D?
No, when she's older, she looks a little more lighter.
Man, you can't let people in your house to pee sometime. When somebody in your house, they invading. So I done let people in my house that I shouldn't have let in my house. But like I said, ever since me and my wife don't live together, I don't give a fuck. Shit, my house is disorganized. It's clothes everywhere. What the fuck? I ain't got no shame.
That one,
But-
that's the wife.
Letting people around your family, you have to be very careful who you let around your wife, because everybody wanna fuck your wife unless your wife look like you. And you can't win with an ugly woman. If you got an ugly woman, do you know how hard your life is gonna be? If your woman is ugly, she is going to always hate you for that. And she was ugly before you even met her. So what you do, you get your little wife you chose and you lock her in the house like Black Snake Moan.
Oh, that was crazy, that movie.
You just can't let your girl run free. Now that picture is pretty disturbing right there.
Somebody come and look at this.
I mean, dog.
That's a disturbing picture right there.
Because now that they say it, I think the little girl right there even.
I mean,
looks
like, I'm keeping it real. Dude look like a doofus in that
He
picture.
do, man.
The
That's
people whose mouth be open and smiles like that. If your mouth is open like this,
I can't.
that's lack of intelligence smile.
You big dummy.
And look at the old girl. She look like she up to something in the picture.
God. Oh my gosh.
that is wild.
The smartest one in the
Girl,
picture is the little light-skinned girl.
Because she know that ain't her real sister. She's like, this bitch.
She
ain't-
looking like it's some bullshit going on behind me right now.
Man.
I can't.
So his oldest daughter So they had
So
two
the
more
very
kids that
first-
she stuck in the pocket and had two more kids to lock it in. That's wild.
It's crazy, dog. This world is crazy, and you
It's-
can't save people, man.
Old
You
as-
got to let them go through it, man. Look at his son. His son looks
See,
just
she
like him
looks-
now.
She looks different right there.
He
That's
spit his
true.
son out.
Yeah, they got the same ears.
Now, the little dark girl, what's she at? She ain't in
That's
that
what I'm
picture,
saying.
is she?
That's the girl to the right with the red on. That's what I'm saying. When she got older, she looks lighter.
Hold on.
No,
that
that
ain't
ain't
the
her.
same
That's-
girl. You out your mind, D.
That's-
That's the little girl smiling at the bottom.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so they had another one. They had
The
four
darky wasn't allowed in the picture.
I cannot with you. Maybe she was
No.
married already.
She got a chauffeur outfit on driving the car over there.
I cannot with you.
Now, Chris was babysitting her. That's when they thought.
The lady still got the
Oh,
same
I thought
wicked
that was-
smile.
See, I thought that was all their kids.
Are
Oh,
you
okay, my bad.
serious?
My bad.
What is wrong with the world, man? I would go to the store for a loaf of bread and never come home.
Dog, that is real shit.
The other little girl ain't even in the picture.
That's wild, man.
I don't know. Let's keep.
They need a movie.
That's the same.
The
that's same
Christies.
little girl. See, and she's still tan right there. But that's
Who?
her.
That ain't
That's-
the look.
Yes, that's
Darlene.
the same.
But that ain't the picture. What are
That's
you talking
Chris
about?
Webber's daughter for sure.
Yes.
Where?
The
dark-skinned
the
one.
darker girl.
But the light skin.
Where's the little? Yeah, in the first picture they show, but I'm talking about they got the darky out this picture.
She's not in a lot of. There's a lot of pictures where she's not in there. Then this is not her. So you're right.
Where's the picture of the girl older, D?
I'm
Let's
trying to
find
find
her.
I mean, we giving this too much time. This is a
but
sad story.
It is very sad if that's true. Oh, but
This
but-
is what happened when company come over your house.
Well, needless to say, Jackie Christie filed and Chris Webber. I think we all have had some horror stories in behind letting other people in our house, whether it was just a visit and some came up missing, whether you fell for somebody's sob story and let them live with you and that turned out to be a nightmare. Protecting where you lay your head and being very selective about who you let come in your house is so important. That's how some of our kids end up getting touched. In this scenario, though, I mean, all I can think is y'all scandalous. How you gonna come sit up in another man's house, kikiing with him like y'all bros? Meanwhile, you done slept with his wife unprotected and made a baby, and you really over here just secretly admiring y'all love child? Like this is a wild story. And kudos to Doug Christie for suing them and getting some money back, even though that's not gonna make up for what happened. But still, kudos to him. Now let's talk about people lying and sneaking and cheating and want to sleep with other people's spouse or significant other. Y'all notice how much that's on a rise nowadays. There's no loyalty. And with Jackie Christie specifically, if you've ever watched any of the Housewives clips, she was that one who, celebrate her marriage every year, had a wedding, and she followed Doug Christie everywhere when he was in the league, when he would travel out of state for trips. I remember that from back in the day. And y'all know that saying, people be like, if somebody is cheating, they act suspicious towards you because they know what they doing. But it's just a lot of scandalous people in this world. In this day and time, you have to be so careful and selective about who you interact with, who you let around your children, your spouse, your money, even telling people moves that you plan to make, your dreams and aspirations, because we live in a very evil time. These are the last days that our grandmothers used to tell us about. So the world is very evil and wicked, and you will have people who will sit on your couch. You probably serving them food. You want something to drink, using my bathroom. Meanwhile, you had my wife bent over and y'all got a whole baby. Now this girl is tore up because she done lived a lie. And I'm pretty sure Jackie Christie, like a lot of women who play them paternity games, think that it's going to be okay, that the child going to just roll with it, maybe because y'all come from a more well-to-do family. But a lot of kids take things like this in different ways, and some of them will completely reject their parent because everybody not going to go along with your lie and just be cool with it just because you could sleep at night knowing it. And I think Doug Christie was an innocent victim. He was married. A lot of married men may not question, especially back in the day, may not question as much, but in today's time with all the DNA, it's a lot of men who even married who like, I need a DNA test just so I can sleep at night and know, and not have no thoughts in the back of my mind. So again, I think Doug Christie is innocent in all of this, and for her to be parading her in that marriage, that's why you got to be real careful when you watch people on TV, that image that they portray, because that life, 9.9 out of 10, the life that somebody portray on the internet and social media, reality TV, that ain't their real life, how they live it. That's just for the camera. Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this whole crazy situation with having a baby by one NBA player, but married to a different one. Like, my God, how grimy and evil Jezebel can you be? Leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Till the next time, I will catch y'all in the next episode. Peace out.